Hey guys, welcome to RandomFix. And if you're like me and you want to keep things simple and you're into taking real estate photography, you want to learn what HDR photography is, you want to learn how to go ahead and process bracketing images, where it's 3 to 5 to 9 images and you blend them into one to give you the optimum look and feel. I'm going to show you guys this right now in this video. Super easy. I'm going to show you guys where you can buy the software for cheap, where you don't have to rent it and pay thousands of dollars. Each of these programs is going to be anywhere from 50, 60, maybe $100, and you get to own it for the rest of your life. Updates, everything included. I've spent so much time in this field learning how to do this. I want to share this with you guys just so it points you in the right direction, so you don't have to go out there and go crazy and overspend on things you necessarily don't need, and things maybe you will never understand because they're so technical. So we're going to get right to the point. I'm going to show you guys how to do this, and we're going to get this started now. Hey guys, welcome to RandomFix. And in my normal life, I actually run a real estate brokerage. And one of the things that I do is actually love taking real estate photography. So in this video today, I'm going to show you guys some really cool tricks and how to go ahead and easily process images, clean them up, change the sky, line them up, straighten them out, whatever you want to do. And the best part is I'm going to show you guys some cool programs that really don't require a monthly subscription, because it gets to be absurd how much money you got to pay for these programs. And I'm going to show you guys what equipment I use, what programs I use, and I'll have following videos on how to go ahead and process 360 videos and images. And if you guys are new to the channel, guys, I talk about different ways of doing things, how to fix things. In this case right here, I'm going to show you guys how to easily process high quality images, HDR images, and that way, if you're doing this for a hobby or a profession, you're going to be able to go ahead and do it faster, easier, and you don't have to be a computer wizard to figure this out. I'm definitely not. However, this is really simple, and I'm going to show this to you today. So I'm going to go ahead and cover some things with you guys. And the first thing is, we're going to go ahead and look at what's available. So normally to process photos, they have from Adobe, they have the program right here, which is going to be Photoshop, and it's Lightroom, whatever it is. But a lot of these programs here, as we can tell, they actually have monthly, annual fees. And whenever I'm looking to invest into something, I rather pay one time and own it versus paying monthly. That's my own personal reference. That's my own personal preference, and it saves me a lot of money thinking this way. So for me, I also find some of these Adobe programs very complicated. They're not easy to use. There's not a lot of videos out there, and it's pretty advanced stuff. And I don't want to go start learning some of these programs because you could spend hours on there trying to tweak everything. I want to get a great picture. I'm okay with the B plus, A minus. I'm not trying to get an A plus plus by spending 20 hours on one picture. So this is the program right here that a lot of professional people use, which is going to be Lightroom from Adobe. And there's a couple of things that people ask, can you go ahead and buy this? And so they have CS6 here, and you can buy it, but you can't really go and do much with it because they don't give you the updates. So I used to have CS3. Anyway, long story short, very, very expensive. And as I just showed you guys, the pricing here is not even loading up. Last time I checked, it was nearly, I think, over $100 a year. And most of the programs that I use, I paid 50, 60, 70 bucks for them, and I get them for the rest of my life. They do the updates, and they work great. And the best part is they're simple. And I'm going to show you guys how to keep this simple, so you can go ahead and process lots of pictures, make them look good, get them to your clients, and share them with the world. So this is not the program I use. One thing I did want to point out to you guys, I love any kind of free software. So they do actually have a free program here, and I'm going to show you guys that later on. And I do use that because it's simple. However, uh, it doesn't do much. It's just really good for straightening out pictures, and um, you can't really use it as your main program. If you did, it would take you a long time, especially if you're working with real estate agents and they need to upload these pictures into the multiple listing service. The pictures have to be a certain size. So I don't want to go and resize 60 images. Not fun. I don't want to go tweak 60 images. That's very time consuming. So I'm going to show you guys a program where you just drag and drop, grab yourself a coffee, do something else, and you're done. So we're going to go ahead and check out a few things now. So in the link, you're going to, so in the box below, you're going to find a link to my personal referral code here. And when you use that code, you click on this buy or gift, and you get 30% off on the program that I'm actually using. I'm going to show you guys how easy this is. I actually was looking for this when I got into this, and I'm so glad I bumped into it because it was exactly what I needed. It was a one-time fee, and it was cheap. So you're going to find that below. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this program right here. This is Aurora HDR. And HDR basically allows you to go ahead and do certain things. It automatically enhances pictures the way they look. And also, you can take 3 images. Let me give you guys an example of this. So on my camera, I have a Nikon D7500. What I can do is I can do a picture shot. I can shoot pictures using HDR. I can shoot pictures using bracketing. I can use, oh, sorry about this. I can shoot pictures using bracketing. So basically I take one picture and I can use a technique called bracketing. And what it does is it takes a total of 3 pictures, and you can change the number of pictures from 3 to 5 to 7 to 9. And the more you take, the more contrast you'll have. So in this case, I took 3 pictures. This is the first one. And if you notice, this is a little darker. This is the last one. This is overexposed, so on and so on. So it allows me to basically go ahead and blend these 3 pictures into one. So I'm going to show you guys how this does it and how easy this is. So I'm going to show you guys how this does it and how easy it is. So all I do is I go ahead and I find the pictures that I want to use. And I'm going to go ahead and select all these pictures here. And check this out. It automatically groups them together. I don't have to do any of the work, which is really great. And check this out. I'm able to go ahead and drop those pictures, the 3 sets that I had in here. I could do a single picture and make it come out automatically better looking. So I'm just going to show you guys that picture that we took with the 3 right here. I'm going to go ahead and select these pictures one by one, or I can select all of them at once. And the software is going to go ahead and let me know that these are the same pictures, just in different exposures. And when I hit continue, it'll go ahead and allow me to do certain things. I can choose the kind of style and look that I want, the coloring of it, or the style right here, how much of the style I actually want to use. So in my case here, I normally go 60 to 75% of the look that I actually like. So there's a lot of different looks and a whole gallery which you can play around with. to respect everybody's time, I'm going to go ahead and keep this video more brief, just so you guys don't get bored with this. I get to choose the quality, so I normally choose 71%, so that way my picture isn't 20 megabytes. Instead, it'll be 6 down to 2 megabytes, which is perfect. I can email those, upload them to social media, and it doesn't take forever, and it doesn't get flagged, which is great. And I can go ahead and do other things like resize them. Just leave this the actual size, change that to a lower number unless you want to use that high quality image. If you're going to be printing or using this on a big billboard, obviously you want to use the biggest image possible. And all I do is I choose my folder where I want them to go. And in this case right here, I'm going to go ahead and once you choose your destination folder, go ahead and hit process. And now you can go ahead and walk away and do something else. It's doing the work for you, which is perfect. And the other program that I actually like to use is going to be right here. And we are going to come back to this program. Is going to be the Aurora HDR, because I'm going to show you guys how easily it processes more than 6 images that are not bracketed, or sets of 3 or 5 or 7. And it's wonderful because I could put 120 pictures in here, do something else, I come back and my work is done. I don't have to go tweak every single picture. It's great. So I'm going to come in here, and now we're using this program right here, and this program is going to be called Luminar 4. So here's Luminar 4. And what I like to use Luminar 4 for is for actually changing the skies in my pictures. You could also use it for portraits, other things. For my case, I do a lot of real estate, and I want something that works easy and is easy to understand. So at the very top right here, there's going to be a plus arrow. And if I hit the plus arrow, what happens is I get this sign right at the top left-hand corner that says Edit Single Image. And these are going to be the pictures that are almost going to, and these are the pictures that are going to get processed that we have Aurora HDR working on. And I'm going to go ahead and load any of the external outside pictures, because here in California we have a lot of fires right now and the sky is ugly. It's literally gray. So I definitely want to bring some contrast to this property. So I'm going to go ahead and select all the pictures that I want in here, and I'm going to hit open. once I select the image that I want to work on, what I can do is I can come right to where it says edit, and over here I have some things that I can do, play around with the color, the uh, white the black white correction. I could denoise the picture. There's a lot of stuff you can do. As I said, I'm gonna keep this simple. If you guys ever want to know more, you can come down here, and they basically have video tutorials. And the reason I'm showing this today is because a lot of people don't hear about companies such as Aurora HDR or Luminar 4, because obviously they're not spending millions of dollars on advertising. However, they're keeping the cost really low, which allows us to go ahead and just buy these outright and own them forever, and they give you all the updates. And this makes running a business or a personal hobby a lot more affordable and actually a lot funner. So I'm gonna go ahead and click right here where it says sky replacement, and I'm gonna go to a sky selection here, and let's just say I go down to the very bottom right here. I happen to love this Malibu sunset. And what the Malibu sunset does now, it changes the sky. So now, instead of this house looking like a gray, single-story, featureless house, it looks a lot more attractive because there's a lot of contrast there. That was pretty easy. And now what I can do is I can make my life a lot easier by going ahead and doing one single step, which is going to be, I can come down here and I can say, go ahead and let's copy some of these adjustments. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to copy what I just did on this picture, and then I'm going to go and paste this on the remaining pictures. Right click again. Right here, I can go ahead and paste these adjustments. The nice thing is about 99% of the times it's actually able to detect the sky, and if you have a large tree or something in your way such as this, it's not going to be able to detect that little bit of sky that is right in the corner of that picture. But overall, this definitely gets a super thumbs up from me because my work is literally cut by 90%. So now what I can do is I can come right here and I can hit export. I'm going to go ahead and export these images. I'm going to go browse, and I can go in here and choose a folder that I want. We're going to go ahead and put them in Luminar exterior pictures. And once I select this folder, I hit select. I can change the quality again. I'm going to leave the quality at 75%, and I'm going to hit export. This is just going to do its work for that one picture. All right, let's try this again. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select all the pictures that I want to use, except for maybe that top one that didn't get processed. And I'm going to scroll over right here and hit export images. And these are the settings that I normally like to use. And I can go ahead and hit export. And what it's going to do is going to automatically blend the sky in on those 12 pictures. And I can go back to the other images that were being processed by Aurora HDR. And here we are, we're back in Aurora HDR, and this is completed, and we can go ahead and look at those images that it processed. So these are the images that it actually processed, these 6. So in this case, those 3 images were processed into one better looking picture right here. Overall, everything is nice and sharp. And if we go into the other folder that we just created with the exterior pictures, we can see that what it did is it took that HDR picture that we had. This is the name change, so I can tell this is an HDR picture. It changed the sky, and the rest of the features of the property are still there, including the wire here for the cable and electricity. So really easy to use. And I'm gonna head back over to Aurora HDR here, and we're gonna go ahead and hit this button right here where it says batch processing, and I'm going to show you how it does single images and how quickly this does it. So this is another property I just shot the other day. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the exterior pictures here, and I'm going to go ahead and hit open and go find any other exterior pictures I may have here, and I can hit continue. And now I get to go ahead and choose how I want these pictures to come out, and I can do certain other things too, like change the quality, the same thing as last time, change the style of it. However, for this, it's just a single image. It'll take that single image and just make it really pop. We're gonna go ahead and hit process here, and check that out. 38 images being processed, not by me. Super easy. While this is processing, I'm going to show you guys some of the other stuff that I use. Tell you guys about the pricing on some of the gear that I use. So here's a pricing for, I guess, a one-time fee. This is what I always buy. I know I got a really good deal when I did buy it. I would definitely get the Luminar 4, and I would get the Aurora HDR. These two are the most important elements to doing bracketing pictures or one-click HDR image enhancements. And if you guys are in real estate, you have a drone, or you just want to try something new, guys, definitely check out this Ricoh Theta V. And this thing is amazing because I use it for YouTube as well. It allows you to basically take one picture, and that one picture now becomes interactive. So I'm able to do 3D rendering of this house that I recently sold here. Shows the whole house, and can allow anybody to basically walk through the property. And this is really useful during COVID-19 times. I'm able to go ahead and mark things. The buyer is able to walk around and see what's going on at the property. Look at the floor, look at the ceiling, and they literally can get a better idea if this is the right home for them. And then another thing that's really cool about that camera that I showed you guys, this Ricoh Theta V here, is you can actually upload this straight to YouTube. So it allows you to do things like this. Basically, I can do a walkthrough with buyers and sellers around the property. They could take their time, and again, it uploads straight to YouTube. This is so cool. Super easy to do too. Doesn't take any kind of editing. There I am and I literally just walk the buyer through the property, and easy as that. So one other thing that I would get with this camera here is going to be this lens cover here. This really protects those lenses. I actually scratched my very first one, and I learned my lesson. And this is nice because you can actually go ahead and use it as a stand too. You basically flip it upside down and put it on the bottom right here, and use it on a table and or at the park. Shoot some 360 pictures. Very cool. I'll have a link to all this stuff in the description box below. I'll also get one of these monopods with feet like this. This is the one I use. It's got some nice rubber feet, and that one I actually use with my camera too. And I'm going to show you guys my camera now. So this is the camera that I actually have been using for the last 3 months. Prior to this, I had a D90, which is a good camera. It just doesn't have full frame, and I wanted something that was a little bit more modern. And these Nikons are a really great value, and they work awesome. The last one I think lasted me almost 10 years, and I never had to do anything to it. If it works, it's not broken, I'm gonna buy it again. So I'll have a link to this. And the most important part of the camera is actually not the body, it's the lens. So this is the lens that I use 90% of the time here, and this allows me to really make that house look like it is, instead of giving it that tunnel effect and making every room look tiny. So check out that lens here. This is really what you need for real estate. Give you a nice wide angle without too much distortion. Since we're discussing photos, I'm going to also just cover with you guys the program that I actually use to go ahead and make these videos here. As we covered earlier, this is going to be Filmora. Guys, this is so simple. I've used this over the last 3 years. As I stated earlier, made over 600 videos with it. If you guys haven't tried this out, try it out. You'll find a link down to it below. I just want to make sure I give you guys everything you need, from photo editing software to video editing software, because it really does help if you understand this and you're able to go ahead and do a good job by doing it yourself. And the nice thing is, it really doesn't take a long time. If you guys want to get into YouTube, this is a great start right here. You do not have to break the bank. So check that out. And we're going to go back to Aurora here. Aurora's still processing those images, guys. And I'm going to go ahead and pause the video for a little tiny bit. And when it's done, I'm going to go finish it up and show you guys what it did with those pictures. Alright guys, so this is actually done. I'm going to give you guys 2 examples so you guys get to see, and you guys can make your own judgment if this works or not. And again, this is 1 click. I got to walk away, and I think the results speak for themselves. So the picture on the left right here is going to be the one that was taken by the camera, the D7500 with the flash. I always recommend using a flash in case you're shooting in a darker home. This home was shot when we had crazy clouds, and as you guys can see, the blinds weren't all the way open and the sun was on the other side of the house. So this was shot, and this is the same exact picture without me having to do anything, and it looks amazing. Let me go ahead and make that bigger so you guys get to really see that color pop. This really makes the house stand out. It makes people want to go tour the home. Personally, I like this picture better. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to show you guys one more of the exterior of the house. Alright guys, so here is the exterior of the house, one of the main pictures here. And as we can see, this one right here is the picture that I took, and the sky was really gray. This is during the wildfire time here in the summer of 2020, and this is the same exact picture on the right, which I didn't have to touch. I literally let Luminar 4.0 handle this, and this is what it came up with. You can literally see that by giving that sky all the contrast, it makes the grass look greener. Everything just stands out a lot more. Again, I didn't have to do a cut out of the house. I didn't have to be a a big computer whiz to figure this out, and it literally gets a 2 thumbs up from me guys as far as pricing, ease of use. All right, I want to show you guys this really quick. So this is my D7500 that we talked about with that lens. That lens makes a world of difference. There's my old D90 with the lenses that I have, and again, this is still going strong. Original batteries, no issues. I even got the old external flash that I had on the D90, and I'm here using it now on the D7500. And the nice thing is I'm actually able to go ahead and make this all work together with the use of the 360 camera that I showed you earlier. There's video too. Super cool. You could even do some kind of Facebook or YouTube live sessions with this. And the other thing that I do with this is I actually mount this right on my drone here. There's a little adapter here for my Maverick Air 2. If you guys ever want to get into this, I've had a few drones already and I've gone through them. If you guys want me to save you big headaches and potentially hundreds of dollars, I'll have a link to the drone that I recommend, the package, what you need. That way you're not sitting there spending $1,000 for something and you could only get a little bit of use out of it. And again, thanks again for watching, guys. If you guys are new to the channel here at RandomFix, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Give the video a thumbs up so the YouTube gods know that I'm here to give you guys value, point you guys in the right direction, saving you hours of work. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys on the next video.